Hi, it's Chris Titley here. As part of the Morgan's Conversations, I'm joined by Darryl Abotomey, CEO of Bapcor. Darryl, thank you and welcome to Brisbane.
Thanks for inviting me.
Darryl, tell us the Bapcor story, the history of the business.
Bapcor started over 40 years ago as Burson, and we bought the business with IPO in 2011, and then floated in 2014 as an IPO. At that stage we had about 90 locations, and since then we've grown the business now to over 800 locations around Australia, New Zealand, and now in Thailand.
Fantastic, and tell us about that growth and the challenges that come with it, but also the successes.
Over the period, we've done a couple of major acquisitions. So we bought the Metcash automotive business from Metcash in 2015, and then we bought Halliby, which was an on-market hostile takeover, which was a challenge, but we succeeded, and that was in 2016. And then we've bought quite a lot of smaller businesses, specialist wholesale throughout the journey. But we've had a really good run in that. If you look at any of the financials, we've got fantastic results. It's been a continuous success story, and despite some of the naysayers along the way, we've actually been able to deliver on everything that we've said over that period, and the outlook's still good too. So.
And Darryl, when you look at a business and integrating within the group, what do you look for? I mean, I know a lot of businesses do make acquisitions, but some don't go so well.
Yeah, say that again. We're fortunate in that. So some of us have got a lot of history in acquisitions, but first of all, it's got to be within the strategy of where our business is. So we don't want to be outside of the strategic direction. And then the second thing is that it has to show returns, financial returns that we expect. So we try to be very careful not to get romantically involved in doing a deal and just have to do it because that's the thing to do. But we want to do the transactions that are going to deliver value for our shareholders, and we would walk away, for everyone we do, we'd walk away from 3 or 4 because they don't meet that criteria, and and we're fairly rigid on it, and the success we've had proves that holding that line and only doing what you know you can do well and you know you can deliver will give you success.
And how do you keep that culture going when you add a new business along? It's obviously a challenging aspect of the business.
Because the business always had I'll call it a family culture from the days Gary Johnson had Burson, and we've tried to keep that. So we have a very low structure as far as hierarchy. Anyone in the business can pick up the phone and talk to me. I do birthday cards for nearly everybody in the business every week. I sit at home with a pile of birthday cards, and we've got 4,000 people in the business. So it's to keep the structure low, keep it, I'll call it informal, but still have the formalities necessary to run a big business, and allow people the flexibility to do what they know is the best thing to do. We don't have a corporate or a group structure that we buy a business and say, here's the Bible and this is what you do, because you buy a good business because it's good. We're not used to buying bad businesses. So you keep that, you keep the culture, you keep the relationship. And for example, I sit on every business segment's monthly results reviews with their teams. So we try and keep the culture very, as I said, informal but friendly, and we have fun at what we do as well.
Oh, good. And Darryl, the business has done incredibly well thus far, but where can it go to?
Oh, it's going to continue to do it. The business has got huge opportunity. We've got a fairly public strategic plan. So, for example, the Australian trade business, Burson, when we started out 90 stores, we had a target 175 at IPO. We're now at that level this month, and we want to go to 230 over the next 5 years. The same goes with retail. We're at the Autobarn stores, about 130. We want to take them to 200. So in New Zealand, we've got expansion plans, and the same in Asia. And the other key KPI that we use is own brands, and we're currently sitting at, say, 23% in trade. We want to go to a minimum of 35. So there's opportunities, and you can sum it up by, very simply, increase your footprint and underlying growth, and then also get your margins up by controlling costs, negotiating better with suppliers, and growing home brand. So it doesn't matter which segment you look at within our business, all of them have the same basic formula to grow, which says that we should continue to perform well.
Darryl, thank you so much for sharing the vision of Bapcor and where you can go, and congratulations on the results thus far.
Thanks very much.